22M, 23F, AITA for thinking weight should be allowed as a talking point. Serious. My girlfriend, 23F, of 4 years, who is my 22M best friend and an amazing partner, recently within a year and a half put on 3,040 pounds. When we started dating she was 120 and now is a lot heavier. The exact amount I would be yelled at if I ever knew, let alone mention. There have been multiple times I bring up the weight gain. I started going to the gym saying that she should come with me, but on the rare occasion she did, I wasn't allowed to comment at all on how she was doing anything or look at her. This lead to fights. Mind you, every time I bring this up I am doing my absolute best to follow all the guidelines I see online and to work at the real goal, establishing a healthy lifestyle she enjoys for the future. I tell her that I love her and that her body is not the issue. It's her unhealthiness. That fitness is a part of my life and I am willing to do whatever it takes to get her in a fitness form she enjoys. After many times of talking about weight, sometimes me being stupid and not saying the right things, she has now told me that I am never allowed to talk about her weight or her fitness ever again. She has said that no respectful male would ever talk about a woman's weight and certainly would not use any terms that made her look any less than perfect. I've looked everywhere but can't find information on this. Should I agree to never talk about it again? Is that normal? Sounds like two people who might been a good fit for each other at 18 are no longer a good fit as they approach 25. These are very formative years. It's not super surprising that you're turning into different people. Sometimes people grow together. Sometimes they grow apart. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Your guys' values don't line up anymore. You just need to ask yourself if you're willing to give that up, or if you want to move on and be with someone who is more compatible. Story time. I am overweight. I got to my highest right after my pregnancy. Man, was I chunky. I referred to myself as chunky but funky. That helped. Anywho, I worked really hard to drop 60 pounds. Did great for a while. Got extra comfy and happy in my personal life and gained some back. It's been a killer. I haven't gained much, but it's enough where all my new small clothes are tight now. As you can imagine, I'm very upset. My partner says to me, "You can lose weight if you want, but I couldn't care less." Well, you know I'm gonna love if you have more curves or less. Wanna pack on pounds? Let's get Ben and Jerry's. Wanna stay on track? Maybe we shouldn't have this thing. All comments pertain to how he will be happy with me no matter what I look like, but he supports what I want. That's the ticket. If you just don't want a fat girlfriend, leave her, because her body weight isn't about you. That's why you aren't allowed to discuss it with her, because you're making her weight about your preferences. Edit. Oh golly. It's 3 a.m. Checked my notifs and I am so pumped about awards. Thanks so much. FYI, I'm a sleepy ASF. But ill gonna read all these tom mornin'. She's clearly told you not to bring it up. So don't. If you don't want to date her because of this, then end the relationship. She has set clear boundaries in that she will not tolerate you bringing this up. You don't need look for information anywhere but out of her own mouth. She told you to not discuss her weight. This is when you decide if you can continue in the relationship accepting her as she is or end it. But if you stay, you must agree to never discuss her weight. 1. Your whole post is going on and on about her weight and health. Yet you don't mention anything about how it's mostly related to alcohol. Interesting. Not sure which one is the truth. 2. You agreed with someone in the comments saying gaining weight is disgusting. So I'm thinking this is way more about her looks and way less about her health. 3. If it was from alcohol, why in the hell didn't you start by suggesting you both get sober and make some healthy meals? If you're a gym rat like you claim, you know weight gain has more to do with eating than with the gym. 4. So you berate her about her weight and then you berate her while she's at the gym and wonder why she doesn't want to go with you? It's not rocket science. 5. How tall is she? Based on your initial post and subsequent comments, you kinda just seem like a dick. Woman shrugging light skin tone. After many times of talking about weight, this conversation only needs to come up once. Several times is definitely too many and suggests you have your own agenda and issues with her. Wait. Respect her boundaries and drop the issue. It's her body, her choice on how to treat it. You mentioned in a comment that some of the weight is alcohol related. Is she drinking to excess? Is that part of concern here? Quit lying when you say it's only about her being unhealthy, because 150 is still a very healthy weight. Be honest. You're both getting older and your metabolisms just aren't going to compensate for lifestyle choices. You seem to want to make putting in the effort to maintain fit and healthy as part of your values, while she doesn't. If the differences are this stark when you're still early 20s, then imagine your 30s. You've made it clear that it's important to you, and it sounds like she's told you she feels the opposite. I don't see much choice between either accepting her way or go your own way. Why are you bringing up the weight gain? You say it's for her health, but you don't mention anything other than her weight and her activity level. And health is much more than just that. You say you know she's depressed. Then you should also understand that it very much affects weight, eating habits, activity, and more. Do you bring up going to the doctor or psychologist as much as you bring up going to the gym? Why do you press her on something that she clearly doesn't want to talk about? Are you aware that that's considered verbal harassment? Are you not concerned you're further harming her mental health, when her health is what you're saying is your main priority? You've really looked everywhere to see if it's normal or not to set a boundary in a relationship, to not discuss something that is clearly harmful and upsetting, especially when it's about one person's body and doesn't directly affect the other person. You can leave the relationship at any time, but please stop harming your depressed GF by bringing up her weight. It's about her appearance. Let's just be honest, if she's now too fat for you, then do her a favor and free her up for someone who will love her. It's not about semantics. Your message is getting across loud and clear that you find her unacceptable and want her to change. It doesn't matter which words you use or don't use. You have a POV and a message that you are determined to communicate. You're not getting the response you want and your demeanor reflects that. You can't control this and may need to find someone that you deem acceptable. You brought up weight. She gave you an answer. You apparently kept bringing it up, and now she no longer feels emotionally safe having this conversation with you. You were able to discuss weight, but you no longer have the privilege. Don't keep pressing the issue. I would also feel uncomfortable if my boyfriend mentioned this to me, as I have always struggled with gaining weight and been ridiculed by my family for years because of that. I can imagine her discomfort is due to past or current trauma, so by approaching her multiple times on this topic might be reigniting that pain for her. If you really love her and would still be with her through sickness and health, just take it easy and focus on improving her mental health first. Better mind helps make a better body, and no one will be willing to change unless they want to. Now I have gained weight and finally reached normal weight, but I believe that is due to my birth control medication. 33% weight increases on such a short time frame sounds risky. Has she talked with a doctor about it? This is difficult. Have you looked at what she is eating? Is she on new medication? I understand that you are worried. Still, the main issue is that you do not communicate correctly. Start working on that. Discuss small issues first, and first when you have build YP trust, start with bigger issues. I mean, you really highlight her weight and have said nothing about her eating habits or exercise or health. Sounds like you just want her to be skinny. Depending on her height, 160 isn't that heavy, and it could be a genetics thing. You gonna shame her when and if she gets pregnant? TBH, it's not whether or not you should be allowed to discuss weight. BC, the opinion of S bunch of strangers means diddly squat. What should matter is 1. How your GF feels about you telling her about her weight. And 2. How it affects your relationship. If it's important to you, that's fine, and you should probably determine if this is still the right relationship for you. Everyone has preferences, but don't try to cover it as concern for her health if it's not that. It is normal, especially if you have been making hurtful remarks. It seems she realizes you don't know where the line is, because you have crossed it more than once. So now you don't get to talk about it at all. I once told my husband's uncle that there are no circumstances in which he should talk about a woman's weight. Not if she is pregnant. Not if she has lost weight. Or gained weight. You never know what someone is going through. My mom just lost 15 kgs because she has been really sick the last 9 months. Now she might even agree that a year ago she needed to lose some weight. But not like that, and not that fast or that much. I had people comment when I was pregnant saying things like, "Are you sure you're not having twins?" And I'd say, "No. Just one baby." And their weight and mine is tracking at exactly the right growth. But thanks for making this first-time mother feel insecure. But also, I think perhaps you might not have compatible values. So that's worth having a conversation about. Really don't bring up weight though. In that conversation. Or in any further conversations with anyone else in the future. As a woman who struggles with weight a lot, don't bring it up. She is very well aware and knows. Bringing it up will just make her feel even more insecure with you. She will lose it if, when she is ready, and it won't be done with you pestering her. When you only talk about her weight, you don't seem to actually be concerned about her unhealthiness. Bottom line, if it's an issue for you, she's telling you to get over it or move on.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.